you want to build a robot, it kind of has to be a robot. Let's give it a try.
Hi, GoBoxers. Today we're going to take a look at writing a program to use our sound sensor. Just like always, I've gone to dex.local and I'm going to connect to VNC. Now that I'm connected, I'm going to start Scratch, just like always. And if you haven't updated your GoBox this month, now would be a great time to do that. I've already updated, so I'm going to go ahead and start programming. So last month, we used the light sensor. We wrote a program that every time we pressed a key, I picked L, checked on the light sensor and told us what the value is. We almost always had to press the L key a few times to get the most current value of the light sensor. That worked, but it was a lot of human work to keep pressing L and keep getting those values. This month, we're going to use a loop to automate that and let the robot keep checking on the value of the sound sensor. I'm going to start my program in a very similar way to last month's. I'll go for S for sound this time, but you can use whatever letter you'd like. Going to go ahead and first of all just write the program the way we did last time, except instead of broadcasting light, I'm going to broadcast sound. And just like last month, I'd like to hear what that value is. Can't type it in, but I can go over here and say, oh, the value I want is actually the value of the sound sensor. And I can go ahead and try this out. I'm not very loud while I'm talking right now, but you can see that as I'm talking, we're starting to see a little bit of a value on that. If I'm quiet and I keep checking on it, it goes down a little bit, but it's sitting right on top of my computer, and I think it's picking up the fan on my computer. I'm not going to scream right now, but you can imagine that if I were much louder, you would see that number go way up. That's great, but I'm still pressing S every time I want to pull it for a new value. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce a new block. Grab this block right here that says forever. Take this, drop it. Oops, I don't want to duplicate it. I'm going to pluck this off here, stick it in forever, and then this has to be attached. So I'm going to go ahead and attach it here. Now we see the number changing on its own. Scratch is continually polling or asking the sensor what its value is right now. So you can see it going up and down as the background noise in this room changes. Okay, so that's a good start. Go ahead and stop this program. But there's one more thing I need to do. It's great that I know what the value is, but that doesn't change my robot's behavior. So I'm going to go ahead and take my if block, just like we used last time. And I need to make a decision about what goes in here. I'm going to start with operators. I want something to happen if something is bigger than something else. In this case, I'm looking for a really loud noise that might be a violation. So when I was just talking and listening to the fan on my computer, I was noticing that was hanging around 70 or 80. I haven't seen anything as loud as 90 yet, and nobody's been yelling, so I think we'll start with the 90. But I hope you've done some testing and figured out what your threshold is for this. So if that's the case, decide what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with something simple. And I'm going to simply go forward for 1 second. I need to make sure I'm putting these things inside the if, because these are all part of the things that I want it to do only when the room gets really loud. And as always, if I've turned the motors on by going forward, I want to make sure that before my program is over, I have a plan for it to stop. If I ever forget that, I can always go back and use that red emergency stop button, but I'd rather not have to. So I'm going to go ahead and try this program out, and I hope you'll go try out your own program.